Yo guys, this is my WWE Smackdown review. I didn't watch the show because obviously it's on a Thursday night and the time difference is just so annoying, so I couldn't be. Basically it would have started at 2 in the morning and then finished at 4. So there's no way I'm staying up for that. Not happening. So yeah, basically we had Roman Reigns versus Rusev to begin the show with Del Rio and I mean, he's called King Barrett, but he ain't no king. So Wade Barrett, yeah, at ringside, and Roman Reigns was about to win the match, and Barrett and Del Rio basically interfered, took him out of the ring, started beating him up, so he beat Rusev by DQ. And then Dean Ambrose came out. So Ambrose came out to help Reigns. They started getting the upper hand. Well, Ambrose was getting the upper hand on Rusev, and then basically he was on the ropes, on the outside of the ropes, and Barrett and Del Rio had Reigns. They were holding Reigns, and Ambrose went to jump on those two, but with like a flying elbow ended up hitting Reigns, which was obviously they're trying to build a bit of tension between the two before the main event at Fastlane, the triple threat with Brock Lesnar. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. So then that set up a main event basically for later on in the show, which was Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Rusev and Del Rio. So yeah, then we had Kevin Owens versus Callisto for the US title in a non-title match, and just a great match. It was, I mean, yeah, just a great match from both. Callisto in-ring ability is amazing. Great high flyer, the best high flyer in WWE. And then, to me, probably, if I was being truly honest, the one superstar who's the most interesting in the ring out of any superstar to me is Kevin Owens. He's so good at what he does all round. And I'm really disappointed the way WWE has had him lose a few matches recently. It's just like he's gonna be one of your main guys. He's so good. Why are you having him lose? And by saying that, Callisto got the win, which I'm not like annoyed about or anything. It's a shame because I mean, yeah, I don't think Kevin Owens should be losing, but then Callisto's a newly crowned US champion, so he shouldn't really be losing because that would look weak on him. But Dolph Ziggler was at ringside, and Kevin Owens basically it looked like he was going to powerbomb Callisto through the announcer's table, and as he lifted Callisto up for the powerbomb, he directed it at Ziggler and basically powerbombed Callisto into Dolph Ziggler and super kicked Ziggler in the face. Got Callisto back in the ring, and then was looking at Ziggler, but Ziggler ran to the ring to kind of show that he was going to interfere, and then Callisto got a roll-up pin. 1, 2, 3. Callisto got the win. So just a great match though in general. Then The Miz cut a promo on AJ Styles. The Miz has been talking way too much recently on WWE TV. It's annoying me. But yeah, so that was that. Then Ryback. His new look is even worse than before. And Ryback versus Erick Rowan is literally the most annoying match WWE could put on. It just looks so odd and clumsy and everything. It's just not a great match at all. So yeah, I can't remember who won. Ryback won. Ryback won. Then Braun Strowman tried to basically take him down after the match, but he escaped in his weird new look. Then we had Renee Young interview at the minute my two favourite divas, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Well, she was interviewing Becky, and Sasha interrupted. And then they had, it was brilliant. It was actually really funny. They had like a bit of back and forth saying, you know, that they're better or whatever than each other. They want to be the #1 contender. And then weirdly, they just started raising their voices and ended up coming to the conclusion that they're going to be they're going to partner up next week. So that was brilliant. Yeah, if I could have a dream, it's that those two, you know, are basically a tag team. Not a tag team, but team up just once. Oh, yeah, heaven. Then we had AJ Styles versus The Miz. Finally, The Miz, you know, did the walking, not the talking. But he's never going to beat AJ, man. AJ truly is the phenomenal one. Great match. I mean, AJ could probably be put in the ring with anyone and have a good match. So, but we had Chris Jericho at ringside, which was great. So then, obviously, the match goes back and forth. AJ dominating the most part, and then he introduced another winning move that he's got, which is the calf killer, which is a submission move, and he got the Miz down for that, and the Miz tapped out. So that was amazing. But then the best bit of the whole thing was Jericho got on the mic afterwards, got in the ring, and was basically saying, you know, we know you're good, AJ. You wouldn't have won 3 matches in, you know, out of 3 if you weren't good. You wouldn't have beaten me if you weren't good. But then Jericho says, you know, we want to know if you can be great, and by that I mean next week on Smackdown, do you want to basically have another match with Y2J round 2? And so puts his hand out, and AJ shakes his hand. So that sets up next week on Smackdown, which is going to be, I don't care what other matches they put on, that will be the best match. Y2J versus AJ, the phenomenal one. Next week on Smackdown, great match. Then, and Brock Lesnar's been announced for next week's Smackdown, which it's going to be insane. Brock Lesnar's beast, just the man. Everyone knows that. Then JoJo interviewed Roman backstage about the main event. Then we had the New Day come out and cut a promo, which is probably out of anyone, maybe outside of Y2J, the most entertaining on the mic in WWE right now. But it was good to see the Social Outcasts come out, and because I do think that they're good on the mic in a stupidly funny way. So to have that back and forth, that was actually really interesting. But yeah, the New Day cut the promo, and then the Social Outcast came out. Curtis Axel had a moment where he was saying like rhinoceros or something. It was brilliant. That was really funny. If you haven't seen that bit, you got to check that out. And then obviously they had a match. It was Adam Rose, who's actually decent in the ring. I was surprised. He had some good moves. Curtis Axel and Heath Slater versus obviously the New Day in like a 6-man tag. And it ended with Kofi getting the pin, the dirty pin, by putting his feet on the ropes to get the pin on Curtis Axel. So the New Day got the win, which was great. Then we had the Divas champion Charlotte defeat Alicia Fox. One thing that's not going to keep me in a good mood on this video is I'm really glad with what they're doing with the Becky Sasha situation, and the rumours are, and I'll talk about that in my video later, my WWE Off the Mic video episode 2, but the rumours are that at WrestleMania the Divas Championship match is going to be a triple threat between Charlotte, Sasha and Becky, which is what I want. That's great. So obviously what I would have done is not have Charlotte have a match at Fastlane, not defend the title, but have a #1 contenders match between Sasha and Becky, and it end in, say, like a double count out, so there's no #1 contender, so then WWE puts both in the main event, so that makes it a triple threat, if you see what I mean. No one out of the two wins the match, but instead they're going down, and this is literally the rumour, that Charlotte is going to defend the Divas Championship at Fastlane against Brie Bella, out of sympathy for Nikki Bella and her neck surgery. If that is seriously the reason, that is the most pathetic reason I've ever heard to put someone in a championship match, let alone a match in WWE. That is pathetic. That's really bad. Brie apparently doesn't feature into the WrestleMania plans because obviously what I just said, but apparently they're just going to have her have one title match at Fastlane and then go back to the Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. But if it's out of sympathy, it just doesn't make any sense. But Charlotte defeated Alicia Fox, big whoop. And then we had the main event, which was WWE Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Rusev and Del Rio with Barrett at ringside. The match was okay. And we had a moment where Roman was outside the ring with Del Rio, and Ambrose, he does the thing where he's in the ring, runs to the rope and goes flying through the middle rope. And again, like at the beginning of the show, Del Rio moved out the way and he basically would have gone headfirst into Roman Reigns, but Reigns kind of caught him, and Ambrose kind of stopped himself, so they didn't properly hit. But you could hear Roman say, like, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing? So they're definitely building up the tension there between the two, which is probably all going to kick off at Fastlane. There's probably going to be more added to it on Raw with Brock Lesnar as well. Presuming he's on Raw. But yeah, eventually they seem to be back on the same page towards the end, and Reigns hit Rusev for the spear. 1, 2, 3. Reigns and Ambrose defeated the League of Losers again, which is good. So yeah, that was my Smackdown review. I'll be doing another video today, my WWE Off the Mic episode 2. I'll be talking about the latest rumours going into WrestleMania and just what's happening in the WWE right now. And yeah, so that was my Smackdown review, and I hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon.